if somebody creates innovative technologies, in these cases, there is no market, no users, no social rules, and no professionals. If we can have the ISO rules, then it's easier to design suitable devices. We couldn't have done it without ISO.
When Cyberdyne started working with personal care robots, they faced an important challenge: how to guarantee that this new product would be considered safe. The answer was standards. One particular standard, ISO 13482, is the first international standard on the safety of personal care robots.
This standard is very important. After obtaining ISO 13482, then we can expand our technology to the different countries. So many persons can use it. ISO is very important for promoting the new designs.
And this is just the beginning. Next is a world where robots are part of our everyday lives, doing our shopping, helping us in emergencies. The possibilities are endless if we pair human innovation and creativity with reliable international standards. ISO. Great things happen when the world agrees.
Okay, so that is the technology of AI and robotics together. It enables the robot to make human have superhuman strength. It's always what I said when I talk to people about exoskeleton robotics. So when you wear the robotic suit, you can lift heavy objects without feeling the weights. Yeah, and this is basically used for elderly care in the hospital, where people have to carry, the elderly, put them on the wheelchair or put them on the bed. So if they wear that suit, they will not feel the weight, or the burden of the weight. And this is already worn by workers at the airport, in Narita Airport and also in Kansai Airport in Japan, because when they want to lift heavy luggages and so on, they wear this kind of robotic suit. But if you notice, one of the things that also is very, very useful for this robotics is for rehabilitation. It enables even those who have polio, who cannot walk. Because of the AI technology, it can amplify the brain signals to instruct your leg to move. So using the sensors and the robotics suit, those who have polio, who have stroke, are able to move. So this is the impact of the technology, AI and robotics for the human being, for the society. Yeah? So if we look the impact of AI in healthcare, I've skipped a lot of healthcare today, but I just want to show this. Today, it takes about 14 years to market any new technology of the healthcare, and it can help about 10,000 people. But tomorrow, which is not very far, it will take only about 7 years to market any new technology on the healthcare, especially on AI and robotics, and it can help 10 million people. So this is the impact of AI, and it's moving very fast. So we cannot sort of ignore the rise of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is also very useful for agriculture. So I'm going to show one video on how robots and AI are being used for vision-based harvesting. This is about harvesting strawberries. So the robot cameras, and it will look at the strawberries that are ripe, then it will cut. If it is not ripe, this green one, it will not cut. Okay, so look at that. Okay, so it will only cut the ripe strawberries because it has a vision system that is also embedded with artificial intelligence that recognize the ripeness of the strawberry. So this is one of the technology that is already available in Japan. Yeah, let me show this. Okay. This is another technology. Harvesting cabbage. Very easy. Ready for sale. Okay, so very, very important. In Japan, for example, there are not many people who wants to work at a farm. Yeah, not because they are aging population. But even in Malaysia also, we cannot find young Malays, Chinese or Indians who wants to work in the farm. Yeah, usually we would import foreign workers, and foreign workers are not easy now to get. So this kind of technology, yeah, using the AI and robotics would help the farmers in Malaysia even to increase the productivity. So the cabbage you don't need to do manually. It's all done by this robotic system, and you can just sell the harvest and then sell. Okay, just about 5 minutes, Dr. Zila. I just want to share with you one of the things that we have developed in Cairo. We call it Sharia compliant automated chicken processing machine. And this is part of our project, and we got about 1 million ringgit to develop the systems. And we work with a company that produces ayam chicken azin. I'm sure you have seen this chicken before. And the reason why we embark on this project, I'll show you what project is, because we have been given this verses from the Quran, and more than 57 nas from the Quran and Hadith about the importance of consuming halal meat, halal food. Yeah. So this Surah Al-Baqarah, ayat 173. I feel a bit nervous speaking in front of those ustaz and ustazah because I'm not ustaz and ustazah. But this is just an ayat Quran from the Quran that says, forbidden to you dead animals, blood, pork, and other things that are slaughtered other than in Allah's names. So this is for Muslims. Yeah? For Muslim, we have to be really careful about the food that we eat. We must consume halal food because the importance of consuming halal food is there are many nas from the Quran and Hadith that require us to do that. Okay, so and in Malaysia, if you look at the situation in Malaysia, there are many halal certified slaughterhouse. SMI, the small and medium sized industries, about 56% of this are available, and the multinational is 37%. So in the multinational companies, there are halal checkers who make sure that we are looking at poultry, abattoirs, chicken slaughtering. So the halal checkers would make sure that the chicken are properly slaughtered. But some in the small and medium industries, this is not being implemented. So what are we doing? What do we do? People like us who are using AI and robotics, what are we doing for the halal industries? So we have seen so many of this, now and again, the misuse of halal certification. This is an industry challenge. A lot of newspaper cutting regarding this, and then we have seen that the chicken are not properly slaughtered, and then and when it is not properly slaughtered in the eyes of Islam, it is bangkai, or I'm not sure what word in English is. Okay, so we can't consume those things. All right, so these are a lot of things. So and we also have news, that Jakim is a body that actually certify the slaughterhouse whether it produces halal chicken or not. But sometimes because of so many misuse of this halal certification, so they make some kind of ambush, rush to the factories and see whether they are adhering to the certification procedures or not. Okay, so sometimes the chicken are put inside the hot water while they are still alive, and then the cleanliness of the factory is very bad. Not clean at all, and then it is not being slaughtered properly, and so on. There's so many problems, so that's why we come in. Okay, I just maybe I'll skip this. Okay, I'll skip this and show. So our solution is we call CCAT. It's a Sharia compliance card. What the technology is about us having a vision inspection system to actually monitor the way that the chicken is being cut, whether it is properly cut due to the Sharia way or not. So our system, when we design this, the factory or the abattoirs must have a conveyor belt. It must have a visual inspection system. That is our system, and this is the software that shows how our system can detect whether the chicken is being cut properly according to the Sharia or not. And also we have the indicator, the alarm indicator. If the chicken is not properly cut, then the chicken has to be removed or automatically removed from the conveyor belt. Okay. So how do we determine the halalness of the chicken? So according to the Mazhab Shafi'i, we must find this. This is called esophagus. Okay. If we can find this when the chicken is cut, then the chicken is halal. Because according to Mazhab Shafi'i, it is compulsory to cut the esophagus and trachea, carotid and jugular veins are sunnah. So this trachea are in front, so esophagus is at the back. So you can see the esophagus, that means all the others are being cut. Okay, so what we do is we have this system. And the image of the cut of the chicken is being transferred to the image processing module to process the image to make it nicer. And then we go to our artificial intelligence system to determine whether it is the esophagus that we want to detect is detected. And we confirm that is halal or not. Okay, so this is the system flow. Okay, so I just show how the esophagus is being detected. So these are the video of the chicken along the conveyor belt. And you see the green rectangle, the square. This is how our algorithm is trying to detect the esophagus. So if it detects the esophagus, then it can verify that this is halal. So if it can't detect, so if detect two, then we need to go to another process, yeah, and try to verify. This is why it cannot detect because of a lot of feathers or maybe the blood. Also, this is also occluded by the feathers, so we can't detect. Yeah. So this is the process that we are trying to do. Okay, and basically in the era of IR 4.0, what we are trying to do is not just to inspect one abattoirs, but we want to connect many abattoirs all together, and the enforcer or JAKIM, for example, can monitor each and every chicken that is being cut at the abattoir, as also can monitor the cleanliness of the abattoirs. So this is what we are doing. And we also have a QR code to label the chicken, so you know where the chicken is being slaughtered, which in abattoirs and so on. Okay. So I'm really short of time. Just a short video on this. Short video.
Center for established in 1997 by Professor Dr. Marzuki Khalid, is one of the centers of excellence in UTM. It has established itself as a leading R&D center in artificial intelligence, robotics, and automation in the country. Cairo actively collaborates with various universities in Japan, France, United Kingdom, and others around the world in various research areas. The ability to turn ideas into commercialized products is also of primary importance to Cairo. An innovative Sharia-compliant automated chicken processing system is designed to meet the requirement of the 17 million Muslim consumers in Malaysia, and in line with the aspiration of Malaysia to become a halal hub.
I'll skip this.
The sophisticated system uses high technology techniques such as artificial intelligence and image processing. Our system determines whether the chicken is slaughtered according to Sharia, while ensuring the death of the chicken is caused by the slaughter and not any other reason. The system starts with the chickens being hung manually on the hangers of the conveyor. 3 independent photoelectric sensors are installed to detect the hangers on the conveyor, the presence of the chicken and its type, and send all the information to the main controller. Each chicken will be given a unique identification number. After the chickens are slaughtered, they are left to die as they go along the conveyor. pushes the chicken's neck area to provide a better vision for image acquisition. It takes around 4 minutes for a chicken to die. The conveyor speed is set to provide enough time. The vision inspection system consists of a pair of high-resolution cameras with proper illumination. It allows the images of the chicken's neck to be captured from various angles. The images are then sent to the main controller to be processed. The main controller consists of sophisticated image processing and artificial intelligence techniques to determine whether a chicken is slaughtered according to Sharia. The system is equipped with lights and alarm indicators to indicate the status of the chickens. Non-halal chickens should be removed from the conveyor. When the chicken is dead, it will be eviscerated, a process of removing the intestines and organs manually before going into a hot water tank, ensuring a more hygienic process. After immersion in hot water, the chicken feathers are removed.
Okay, so that was the CCAT system, yeah, Sharia compliance card vision inspection system to utilizing the technology of artificial intelligence and image processing in order to detect the esophagus and to ensure that each and every chicken that is produced by these abattoirs are halal. Yeah. So thank you very much for listening. Yeah. And I like to thank the organizer also for inviting me. All right.